Sneaky link. Y'all should know what it is. If y'all don't, Google it. I'm not a dictionary. I'm a storyteller. Back in Virginia, where the only thing that's guaranteed is trucks with Confederate flags, country kids wearing camouflage hoodies to school, and brothers dating their sister, most of my time was spent trying to stay as safe as possible. But if there was one thing I would leave my house for at 18, is a baddie. Because up until this point, I've really had a 2% success rate with any girl from my high school. And that's being generous. Until I got a notification that will literally never make me do what I did ever again. So let's take it back, man. Like 3 years ago, it was summer 2K19. I was having a midlife crisis at the astounding age of 18. Because somehow you're supposed to go from sliding into DMs to sliding into fast food applications. Like I'm sending government officials you up text and that side-eye emoji, and they're sending me back dead. It's a crazy time. But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't spend too much time on college applications. I'm just like you guys in the sense that I don't think it's for me. The only difference is I actually have talent. So if I wasn't making YouTube videos, I was looking for my African queen, my Haitian honey, my Latina reina, you feel me? And for some reason, God sent me a white girl? And this is how I see it. I'm all for being limp, but if the leader can spend $6 million on a mansion, then I can spend 6 minutes with a white shorty. We swap information. Her name's Macy. Macy's like, come over to my house in 3 days. My parents are gone for the weekend. But as a guy, it's my job to remain calm in any and all situations. This is foreshadowing. So I play it off like I'm chilling, but my knees are creating a beat with how much they're shaking. Like, she sends me her address. I don't send her mine. And this beautiful woman lives about 10 miles away, and word to my life, I got my license last week. 18-year-old me was nowhere close to driving a vehicle, so the only option is walking, and the day I walk anywhere for a girl is the days pigs can The day I walk 3 hours for a girl is the day pigs can fly. So I have 3 days to figure out how I'm getting from my house to her crib and back without the peas figuring out. As I'm going around the house just trying to figure out something, that's when it hits me. I forgot I had bought this electric skateboard a while back. If I use it, I can get to her crib in about 20 minutes, do what I need to do, and then hit the road jack. Don't you come back. I used to ride the board all the time, so if I leave, my parents shouldn't be suspicious, and for extra effort, I might even throw on a hoodie so nobody from the neighborhood recognizes me and snitch to my parents later. Here's the thing though, the reason I ain't ride the board in so long is because I had lost the charger for it. So for the 3 days leading up to going over, I'm looking everywhere for it. I'm looking in the boxes, I'm looking in the attic, I'm fighting spiders. We don't even got an attic. I built an attic just to look in there and it still wasn't there. So just when I was thinking all hope is lost, my 2% success rate with girls was gonna drop down to 1%, I saw that my laptop charger had the same end charging piece as the electric skateboard. So I plugged that junk in with the laptop charger and I let it charge the entire night. And I'm just praying that it works the next morning. Wake up the next morning, I grab the board, I grab the board remote that controls the brakes and lets you see how much charge it has. 4 lights means it's fully charged, 3 means almost fully charged, 2 is half, 1 is a quarter. If only the red light is on, you're in bed with a shovel. Start walking. I turned the board on and it has 1 green light on. I said, but I'm too invested now to quit, so I'ma make it do what it need to do. As I'm leaving my house, my mom is like, Stanley, where do you think you're going? Ugh. Chills. So without turning around, I'm like, I'm gonna go ride the board around, which wasn't a lie, by the way. And my mom's like, oh, okay, just make sure you come back before the street lights come on. I snatched the soul that came out of my body and started heading over to her crib. As I'm getting there, I start seeing her house peeking over the horizon, and I realized I messed up. I see her standing out front, and you know how they say don't judge a book by its cover? They ain't say not to judge it by its library though. I'm looking at her crib and that joint is made out of straight wood only. Shorty is living in a tree house. It ain't look like there was 1 ounce of plaster, insulation, or metal in her crib. And some termites got hungry, we're done. But it gets worse. Listen closely. Because I'm going to tell you exactly how her room is set up. There's one stairway in this hallway. And when we go upstairs, there's just one long hallway filled with doors. And her room is at the back of this hallway. We get to her room, she opens her door, and there's just one twin-size bed in the middle of her room. A huge tapestry hanging over the bed, a seat hanging from the ceiling with a purple pillow in it, and in the corner of the room, she had one candle lit, boxes scattered around that looked like they were used for a TV stand, books, sacks, and just shoes in a pile. But the most important part, there's no TV in her crib. So I look at her like, what are we gonna be watching on? Oh, I left my TV back on campus, but we can watch stuff on my laptop. How I'm supposed to Netflix and chill with no Netflix? This is not a sneaky link anymore. This is an intimate get together. It's so quiet that I could hear the termites chewing. So we just get in her bed, and here's where everything gets out of hand. We grab a blanket, she lays on my chest. We turn the laptop on to watch a movie, and right on cue, I hear heavy footsteps coming up the stairs. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Then I start hearing them come down the hall. Boom, 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 boom. I am terrified. I'm thinking she set me up. Her father's probably racist. I don't know what's about to happen. Then boom, the steps stop right at the front of the door. If you didn't watch part 1, trust me, you need to watch part 1 or you will not understand the absolute BS of what I went through for this sneaky link. You've been warned. Macy, who is that?
I don't know. Nobody's supposed to be home.
Oh, okay. It must have been Pop Smoke who walked up the stairs and created a shadow under the door. I am panicking, hyperventilating, perspirating, disintegrating. My family doesn't know I'm here. I'm in this yee ass house with some mailman's daughter. The nearest exit is 3 stories in the air, and for some reason, this house is either haunted or somebody is home.
Stanley, get it together.
So we're in the bed, just staring at this feet in front of the door with nothing but dead silence. You could hear the house creaking from how quiet it was. And then, just like they came, all you hear is whoom, 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 whoom. The footsteps go away. But listen though, they didn't go back down the steps. I heard a door close, meaning they were in a room. Now I know I should have left right here and the story should be over, but the way Macy was talking to me really calmed my nerves down. Like, oh, okay, whoever it is didn't even find out. We're good. But here's where it gets worse. We didn't know how to cuddle.
Stanley, how do you fumble cuddling?
Listen, cuddling someone who is 5'3" is astronomically different than 5'11". Shorty linking up with me, she need to link up with the scout. GM, get some shots up or something. She out here catching the wrong balls. LeBron need her. So when we in this twin-size bed together, we just don't fit properly. And every time she moves, I have to move. And then the blankets move. And then the laptop was doing somersaults and backflips on the bed. I didn't even know what we were watching until she finally stopped moving. So I sat up and she rested her head on my leg, and that was nice. But out of nowhere, my stomach just... Oh, she's on my leg. She probably didn't hear anything. 2 in a row. Wow, I must be really hungry. My body started self-sabotaging me. Am I just built to not get biddies or something? For at least 5 minutes straight, my stomach would not stop growling. It got so bad, Macy sat up and she was like,
If you're hungry, I can order us a pizza?
Nah, I'm good. It should stop any second now.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
She heard my stomach growl through my legs. 3 minutes go by and my stomach is making the house jiggle like the rumbling from Attack on Titan. Are you sure you don't want a pizza? No, I'm good. I had Thanksgiving leftovers before I came over here.
It's summer.
Juneteenth leftovers? But I was capping. I was capping crazy because I didn't want her to spend money on me. Even though I was so hungry that my stomach started hurting, and then 2 minutes later, I was in her ear like, can we order that pizza now? She buys us a pizza, which is nice. W girl. While she goes downstairs to get the pizza, I'm mentally adjusting my escape route just in case need be. She comes back upstairs with a box of pizza, a bottle of Coke, 2 cups, and napkins. And I'm like, okay, things are looking up. But when we opened the box of pizza, the pizza slices were not cut. So I go, oh, it's not even cut. You trying to get a knife so we could cut this?
No, I got this.
Y'all, she goes for the pizza, palms it like a Spalding basketball and rips it apart. She's drilling down her bare hands on the bed. Why did you just treat my food like it owes you money? I thought we ordered pepperoni with the pizza, but apparently she got beef with it. So that was it for me. We finished the movie we were watching, and then she like starts trying to flirt with me. Like I didn't just see her put my pizza in a full Nelson.
Oh, I've been thinking about getting a new tattoo.
Oh, word. Where at?
Right here.
Y'all, she flips the blanket up to show me between her legs with the pizza on her hands. Yeah, you're done. We go to her front door. I got my things, and as I'm leaving, I hear those heavy footsteps again, but from the ceiling. Whoom, whoom, whoom. Macy's like,
we should do this again sometime.
Yeah, for sure. You got my number, so you know, just let me know or don't. You know? I start riding my board back home because it's getting dark outside, but as I leave her street, these bright headlights turn on behind me. So I go off to the side and I slow down so that the car can pass me, but the car drifts to the side that I'm on and tries to slow down. Weird. Let me go on the other side of the road. Maybe it's trying to turn into its house or something. So I go to the other side of the street and the car tries to pull up next to me again. And that's when it clicks. So I'm like, oh, it's following me. I'm going to die. So I get off the board, flip it in the other direction, and zoom right past the car. This board has 3 modes: beginner, normal, and experienced. I am maxing this board out on experience. The truck hits a 3-point turn and starts following me. I am cutting up with this electric skateboard through my neighborhood. I would turn right and then the car would turn right. Then I would turn left and the car would turn left. And anyone with an electric skateboard knows to turn, you have to lean. And the faster you go to turn sharp, you have to lean way back. So I'm out here putting on the best balancing act of my life, but let's be realistic. I'm getting chased by a car. All I could do was cut corners to slow it down, but the car was gaining on me. And remember how in the last video I said the battery had 1 green light, and if it's in red, you're in bed with a shovel? It's because when the battery gets low, the board starts to hiccup and malfunction. So as a warning, you just hear beep, beep, beep. I turn again, beep, 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 again, beep, 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 beep. And as I hit 1 corner, the board hiccups and sends me flying into a ditch. The board zooms and crashes right into a bush, and I can hear the truck soar right by me. As I'm laying in this ditch, my ears are ringing. I am ready to pass out, but I can't hear the car anymore. I look down and I am bleeding. My toe is completely messed up. Everything is hurting, and as if I needed another reason to hate my life in that moment, guess what happened next? The streetlights came on. Hi. It's been a minute. Ignore the bondage. I said 6 days. I meant 6 weeks. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I changed up the title a little bit because I liked it better. I came up with it. I thought it was funny. But nonetheless, it is part 2 of the last video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe down below, and follow me on all of my social media. And if you guys don't believe the story and you want to see the scar on my toe, just let me know and I will upload toe pics. Wow. Anyways, with that being said, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's a wrap. Fade to black. The next video should be out sooner. I'm so sorry. Excuse me, sir, your bag is actually overweight, and we're gonna have to charge you extra for you to actually be able to partake in this flight. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No water bottles beyond this point. I know you see the sign. You had to throw that away from me. Mayday, mayday, we're going to crash. I repeat, we are going to crash. This is emergency. Anybody, please, help, we're about to... False alarm. We good. I don't like flying, but there is one thing that always makes it not so bad, and that is the idea of love. This story takes place in the state I was born. Florida, big home of the just land of the good. More importantly, land of the Haitian Saka Fat Madame Monsieur, you know the vibe. I had just left Austin International and I had a layover in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I don't know who at Fort Lauderdale International needs to hear this, but turn the AC up, nigga. Damn, you got niggas dying in there. I flew in there with a hoodie and joggers. I left that mode with a raincoat and sweatpants. How does an airport not have air conditioning? You worried about the wrong air. Every time I go to an airport, I want to look like I dressed up, but I don't want it to look like I tried to dress up. You know what I mean? Calm fits create confidence. I'm trying to find my future wife on these plane flights, and I cannot do that covered in sweat, gang, because I have a list of fantasies that I want to happen. One of the biggest ones is meeting a baddie on a plane, becoming dummy cool with her to the point where we swap contacts and later on we start dating on some Disney movie stuff. Other things on that list include 1v1ing a girl that I like in basketball and then like having like a close game, or binging an anime series with a shorty while eating mad food and the shorty is just as interested in the show as I am, or kissing a girl on top of the Eiffel Tower, specifically at night. Oh, and also kissing a girl to the song from Lion King when Nala found Simba. Fun fact, I actually accomplished one of the 4 things I just told you. I'll let you guess which one. It's to the point that before my flights, I'm praying to God like, please let this be her, let this be the one. And on the flight from Texas to Fort Lauderdale, there was this girl who had on a black Nike dad cap with her ponytail sticking out the back, a Nike shirt, and black Nike leggings. And I thought she was the one. I messed with that athletic girl look. It's a good look. We get on the plane together, and this plane is empty. Literally mad seats were open. But somehow, me and this girl end up being in the same exact row. But you know how plane seats go A, B, C, and the other side is D, E, F. She is in seat A, the window seat. Guess what seat I'm in? I'm in seat F, the complete other side of the row. The whole flight, I am mentally arguing with myself like, bro, you gotta go over there and rinse her off. Bro, nah, if I go over there, it's too obvious that I like her because she's not even conveniently close to me. Nigga, you do like her. What are you talking about? Son, before I even knew it, we landed in the Fort Lauderdale airport. I spent 2 hours trying to convince myself to try and approach this shorty, and I completely wasted my opportunity. At this point, I feel like God was like medium upset with me because he threw me the lob, but I was too shy to dunk it. So I made a deal. I said, God, no matter what, the next girl that's sitting next to me, I'm finna game her up so crazy. And if I don't, I'll give up on this fantasy. No cap. God and I like mentally shake on it. And then I'm like, bet. Here's where things get interesting though. They start boarding everyone on the plane going to Richmond, Virginia. And there is like mad beautiful women of every race on this flight. Something about that Florida airport makes all the shorties an automatic 8 out of 10. As we start to fill up the plane, every attractive girl that I saw sat in the first row of the plane. My seat was in the complete back of the plane. Not only is it in the back of the plane, but there was a big dude sitting on the aisle seat blocking me from the entrance to my seat. And to make matters worse, I have the middle seat, which means I don't get an armrest on this 3-hour flight as someone sits in this window seat. And to make matters worse, sir, I go to put a bag in the overhead bin and there's no space in this overhead bin because it was a full flight. So I had to put my bag in between my legs, and that is important later. My life is a badly written sitcom, bro. Like, okay, I get it. I folded. I'm sorry. sorry. At this point, the fantasy's over. There is no fantasy. I'm just praying and hoping that nobody comes through this door at the last second so I can slide to the window seat and get away from the dude that I'm sitting next to. I pull my phone out and start scrolling through Instagram, you know, just to make the time feel like it's going by quicker. And as I'm waiting for the flight attendant to shut the door, I feel the big dude like shuffle away out of his seat, and then I feel like small taps on my shoulder. I stand up because I know it's probably whoever paid for the window seat and they're trying to get to their seat. Keep in mind though, I haven't even looked up yet. Then I hear a voice say, "I'm sorry that I got here late. I didn't mean to make you guys move for me." As I go to say like, "Oh, it's no big deal," I look up and yo, beautiful brown skin, sharp eyebrows, yellow long sundress, and yo, I don't know what it is about box braids, bro, but box braids be making my knees weak, no cap. Everything about Shorty was too good to be true. But believe it or not, things got even better. As I'm waiting for the flight attendant to shut the door, I feel the big dude like shuffle away out of his seat, and then I feel like small taps on my shoulder. I hear a voice say, "I'm sorry that What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I know I usually don't hop on the front and you like, yo, Stanley, what you doing on the front? But most importantly, I just need you guys to do two things for me. Number one, I need you to go down there, turn on all the post notifications. Stop hating on a young Haitian. Even though it take me long to post, I'm not on no vacation. Country's trying to steal my bag, but I'm not worried about those nations. Hold on. Yo, for real though, please go turn on the post notifications. And number two, it's road to 1 million right now. I'm trying to hit it before the end of the year. If you're not subscribed yet, please consider hitting the subscribe button after you watch the video. If you don't mess with the video enough to subscribe, give me like 2 more chances. You know what I'm saying? Watch 2 more videos, and after that, if you still don't feel like subscribing, then I get it. You feel me? I get you. But that's all I wanted to say. That's all I want to hop on here for. With that being said, I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the video. Go ahead, play my jump. Excuse me, sir, your bag is actually overweight, and we're gonna have to charge you extra for you to actually be able to partake in this flight. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No water bottles beyond this point. I know you see the sign. You had to throw that away from me. Mayday, mayday, we're going to crash. I repeat, we are going to crash. This is emergency. Anybody, please help. We're about to. False alarm. We good. I don't like flying, but there is one thing that always makes it not so bad, and that is the idea of love. This story takes place in the state I was born. Florida, big home of the just land of the good. More importantly, land of the Haitian Saka Fat Madame Monsieur, you know the vibe. I had just left Austin International and I had a layover in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I don't know who at Fort Lauderdale International needs to hear this, but turn the AC up, nigga. Damn, you got niggas dying in there. I flew in there with a hoodie and joggers. I left that mode with a raincoat and sweatpants. How does an airport not have air conditioning? You worried about the wrong air. Every time I go to an airport, I want to look like I dressed up, but I don't want it to look like I tried to dress up. You know what I mean? Calm fits create confidence. I'm trying to find my future wife on these plane flights, and I cannot do that covered in sweat, gang, because I have a list of fantasies that I want to happen. One of the biggest ones is meeting a baddie on a plane, becoming becoming dummy cool with her to the point where we swap contacts and later on we start dating on some Disney movie stuff. Other things on that list include 1v1ing a girl that I like in basketball and then like having like a close game, or binging an anime series with a shorty while eating mad food and the shorty is just as interested in the show as I am, or kissing a girl on top of the Eiffel Tower, specifically at night. Oh, and also kissing a girl to the song from Lion King when Nala found Simba. Fun fact, I actually accomplished one of the 4 things I just told you. I'll let you guess which one. It's to the point that before my flights, I'm praying to God like, please let this be her, let this be the one. And on the flight from Texas to Fort Lauderdale, there was this girl who had on a black Nike dad cap with her ponytail sticking out the back, a Nike shirt, and black Nike leggings. And I thought she was the one. I messed with that athletic girl look. It's a good look. We get on the plane together, and this plane is empty. Literally mad seats were open. But somehow, me and this girl end up being in the same exact row. But you know how plane seats go A, B, C, and the other side is D, E, F. She is in seat A, the window seat. Guess what seat I'm in? I'm in seat F, the complete other side of the row. The whole flight, I am mentally arguing with myself like, bro, you gotta go over there and rinse her off. Bro, nah, if I go over there, it's too obvious that I like her because she's not even conveniently close to me. Nigga, you do like her. What are you talking about? Son, before I even knew it, we landed in the Fort Lauderdale airport. I spent 2 hours trying to convince myself to try and approach this shorty, and I completely wasted my opportunity. At this point, I feel like God was like medium upset with me because he threw me the lob, but I was too shy to dunk it. So I made a deal. I said, God, no matter what, the next girl that's sitting next to me, I'm finna game her up so crazy. And if I don't, I'll give up on this fantasy. No cap. God and I like mentally shake on it. And then I'm like, bet. Here's where things get interesting though. They start boarding everyone on the plane going to Richmond, Virginia. And there is like mad beautiful women of every race on this flight. Something about that Florida airport makes all the shorties an automatic 8 out of 10. As we start to fill up the plane, every attractive girl that I saw sat in the first row of the plane. My seat was in the complete back of the plane. Not only is it in the back of the plane, but there was a big dude sitting on the aisle seat blocking me from the entrance to my seat. And to make matters worse, I have the middle seat, which means I don't get an armrest on this 3-hour flight as someone sits in this window seat. And to make matters worse, sir, I go to put a bag in the overhead bin and there's no space in this overhead bin because it was a full flight. So I had to put my bag in between my legs, and that is important later. My life is a badly written sitcom, bro. Like, okay, I get it. I folded. I'm sorry. At this point, the fantasy's over. There is no fantasy. I'm just praying and hoping that nobody comes through this door at the last second so I can slide to the window seat and get away from the dude that I'm sitting next to. I pull my phone out and start scrolling through Instagram, you know, just to make the time feel like it's going by quicker. And as I'm waiting for the flight attendant to shut the door, I feel the big dude like shuffle away out of his seat, and then I feel like small taps on my shoulder. I stand up because I know it's probably whoever paid for the window seat and they're trying to get to their seat. Keep in mind though, I haven't even looked up yet. Then I hear a voice say, I'm sorry that I got here late. I didn't mean to make you guys move for me. As I go to say like, oh, it's no big deal, I look up and yo, beautiful brown skin, sharp eyebrows, yellow long sundress, and yo, I don't know what it is about box braids, bro, but box braids be making my knees weak, no cap. Everything about shorty was too good to be true. But believe it or not, things got even better. I know. Oh my gosh, Stanley, you be folding every single video. You be folding. I know, bro. I know. I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know what it is, bro. But look, I understand that I be folding. Stanley, you be folding this. How you still folding, bro? I can't believe you fold. I know. Look. But I will say this. In part 2, I'm gonna make y'all proud, my boys. That's all I'm gonna say. In part 2, I'm gonna make you guys proud, my boy. That's all that I got to say, okay? And other than that, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys loved the video. I like the video a lot on my end. I actually think it's a really good. I be saying that about all my videos. I think all my videos are one of my better videos, but I really like this video, so I hope you guys really liked it. Consider subscribing to the family. Oh, that's supposed to be at the end. I was supposed to say come. No, let's do it now. Make sure you guys subscribe, comment, like the video, all that down below. Make sure you guys follow me across all of my social media right there. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know what I'm saying? Another video will be out soon. Hopefully I don't take this long to make part 2. I really, really hope I don't take this long to make part 2. And I will see you guys hopefully in a week, if not 2 weeks, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, oof, I almost threw out my shoulder on that way. With that being said, it's a wrap. Fade to black. You know that feeling that you get on Christmas when you're opening presents? You know the last gift is gonna be the best gift, and you know like the first gift is gonna be like okay, right? My situation on that plane is like not knowing I was about to get a last gift, almost having the worst Christmas of my life, and then having the best gift ever. This girl walks by me to sit down, and even the smell of her screams out Instagram model. As I'm sitting, I'm contemplating on what's my best bet of getting this shorty's attention. But as soon as we sit down, she starts looking around her seat like she's trying to find something, which is odd considering she just got here. So in my first attempt to get at her, my brain is like, all you gotta do is say, are you looking for something? Repeat after me, are you looking for something? Yeah, I got you. Watch this. Yo, are you good? Yeah, I know that was dumb. But luckily she didn't take it the wrong way, and she understood that I wasn't trying to be rude. So she just said,
I just been looking for a USB port to charge my phone. They usually have one on JetBlue.
And this is where I make my move. Remember in the last video how my bag couldn't go into the overhead bin and I had to put it in between my lap? Well, in my bag there's a MacBook, and I always have a charger cord connected to the MacBook so I can charge my phone on these long flights. So I tell her, oh, I got a charger right here if you wanted to use it. Whole tea, my phone was on 10%. Her eyes light up looking at me like I'm some savior or something. As she takes the charger from me to plug it into her phone, she then just kind of looks at me for a second and then pays me no attention whatsoever. Ha! You thought I pulled her already? Bro, peep the timestamp. We're not even halfway through the video yet, goofy. As I'm sitting there, humiliated, I still don't give up. I'm looking at her, I'm looking at her phone, I'm looking at her shoes, side-eyeing mad hard to see if I can make a conversation out of anything. But then the worst thing imaginable happened. The flight attendant asked everyone to put their phones on airplane mode because the plane is about to commence and take off. So shorty next to me goes from looking at pictures to opening Apple Music. There's 3 types of people on earth you do not bother. Niggas with black Air Forces, kids who put their hoodies all the way over their head, and lastly, people with AirPods in their ear. If I got on headphones and you try to talk to me, you're violating right now. You're disrespecting my zen, and now I gotta smack the taste out you. So for me to do that to somebody else, I wouldn't be able to. As she's putting in her AirPods, I start panicking because I know it's raps as she puts them on. Getting her attention would be like 100 times harder than it would prior. So literally right before she puts it in her ear, I'm like, I like your nails. My sister gets them done all like that all the time. I just capped on my sister's nails to get this girl's attention. I have reached new lows of down badness, but it had to be done. She looks at me, looks at her nails, looks back at me and is like,
thank you so much. We just got them done not too long ago.
It's that easy? It's that easy to talk to girls? Bro, I've been struggling my whole life for no reason. Literally, off of that alone, me and this girl became best friends. She asking me where I'm from. I'm asking her where she from, bruh. AirPods are off. The more I was talking to this girl, the more I realized how amazing this woman is. And I don't call just anybody amazing. Shorty was a former D1 athlete at the University of Kansas. Her whole family is successful people. She travels the world almost every week. I'm like, yo, this girl is the definition of a queen. And look, I know you guys be thinking I might be hyping up the girls in my story. Here is a literal picture of her. You guys tell me if you think she bad or not. Obviously, I have to cover the, for privacy reasons. As we keep talking, the vibes are amazing. And this is exactly what I wanted, to be in the air for 3 hours, just talking and enjoying each other's company with a bad shorty. But it gets better. As we're talking, I'm realizing more and more that this girl is uncomfortably rich. Like, bro, is she even real at this point? I didn't even know humans came like this. And if they do, I need to cop me one on me. We were talking about places we've been on vacations to, and then she told me she was coming back from Turks and Caicos. Turks and Caicos. You know who else takes trips to Turks and Caicos? Drake. Literally, Drake. How you going vegan but still beefing with me again? How the F you seen so many beaches? Tickets to them places don't come cheap, and I see you back in Turks. Remember who took you there first, and don't you forget, even Drake knows it's not cheap to go there. And the crazy part is, she wasn't telling me this to like flex. This was a normal thing for her. She told me she spent 9 racks on that room. And when she said that, she did not bat an eye. Then she flips it on me and she starts asking how am I able to travel so much and what do I do and blah, blah, blah. And normally when I meet a girl, I try not to mention my YouTube because some women will just use you for a bag, blah, blah. But with her, nigga, she is the bag, bro. Like, so I tell her about my channel and she gets genuinely excited at the fact that I was just doing something with my life. So she's like,
when the plane lands, you have to promise me to show me some of your work, okay?
Then she asked me how long I've been doing it for, and when I tell her that I've been doing it for 5 years, something in her head clicks and she's like, no way. So wait, how old are you then? And for a split second, I'm not gonna lie, I thought about lying, but black men don't lie. So I'm like, I just turned 20. And you could tell it's not what she wanted to hear, but like it wasn't the worst thing either. So since she asked for my age, I asked her how old she is, and then she tells me that she's 24, but she's about to turn 25 in March, which is only a couple days away. Okay, here's where things get spicy. She's like,
man, you really don't look like you're 20.
Do you mean that in like a good way or a bad way?
A good way, I guess. It's the beard that make you look older.
Oh, this beard. I ain't even remember that I put this on.
Yeah, it looks good or whatever. What about me? Do I look like I'm 24?
I thought you were 20 when you walked in. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you mean that in a good way or a bad way?
A good way for sure. It's the nails.
Oh, so you like the nails? I forgot I even had these.
After that, I asked her like, okay, so you be traveling and all that, but like, what's the moves for your birthday though? She's like, me and my friends are going to MGM Resort in Vegas for a week. Nigga, the rooms there start at $400 a night. Y'all do not wash enough ass for me to afford that. Without even thinking about it out loud, I'm like, man, that's dope. I've never been to Vegas before. Then she says, and I quote,
you should come with me. It would be fun.
This model grade, upper class, Caribbean queen, D1 athlete wants me, a guy she just met, to be her +1 at her birthday party with her. Number 1, stranger danger. What are you doing? I could be crazy, you could be crazy, we don't know, etc. Number 2, the last thing I'm trying to do is remake the intro to Iron Man 1. So I'm very skeptic when it comes to flying out to places. I'm in my seat like, man, quit playing. You do not mean that. And she's like,
no, I'm serious. You should come if you can.
And she definitely like started to feel my hesitation, because afterwards she says,
you don't sound like you want to come. It's fine.
Girl, who don't want to come? Matter of fact, give me your phone. I take her phone, put my phone number in it. She takes my phone, puts her phone number in it. Now we're locked in. I'm on some what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. You want me out there? Then I'm finna be out there. This is the best risk I have ever provided in my entire life. And because of that, shorty was literally on my body. Yet, I still found a way to mess this up. Hey, another part is out the way. I'm sorry. I know, another cliffhanger. I know. I'm sorry. Please put the pitchforks down, okay? But I had to end it right here, because if I didn't, then you guys would have to be waiting a month for this video. And I think I'm on my 20th day of not posting, and I'm really not trying to reach a month. So with that being said, man, I hope you guys enjoyed Airplane Girl Part 2. You feel me? Next part is gonna be after I gotta drop like 2 videos in between them. So like next part is gonna be like next month. somewhere next month. Anyways, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe down below. Share the video if it made you laugh, giggle, or smile. And also, follow me across all of my social media somewhere on the screen. And with that being said, it is now a wrap. Fade to black. Stops, and I can feel the pressure of the moment. Like, okay, are we gonna hug? Are we gonna laugh right in my face? Everything went wrong. Yo, Kalia, Stanley.
Stanley!
Y'all ever have a moment in life where you have to downplay how happy you are so you don't look stupid from the amount of excitement you're holding in? Like, the first time I made a basketball team, I had to act like it was nothing, but in actuality, I was just as surprised as the people who got cut. Like, hey, bro, some people got it, some people are 6'4", and you're neither. Don't blame me because God didn't give you the premium package at life. Or another time was when I met Mark from RDC World and dapped him up, and he said he recognized me off of my YouTube videos. Like, in the moment, I had to act like, you know, it was just cool. But once I got outside, I was jumping in slow motion. And that's exactly how I felt when Shorty gave me her number. Calm on the outside, but on the inside, my heart was twerking, knees like Megan, hips like Shakira, and legs like Beyonce. That thing was thinging. We get off the plane, right? And we had to baggage claim together. And I remember not hearing a single word she said on the entire walk there because I was so focused on getting a hug. Why did I need a hug? Because the type of hug a girl gives you lets you know the boundaries between y'all. If I'm Cap, say I'm Cap. Side hug equals like a stranger, mutual friend. Y'all probably new to each other. A front hug is a closer friend. Y'all comfortable with each other. You cool with letting them touch more of you. This is either like a good friend or a person of interest. And lastly, you got the hip pull hug where you grab Shorty by the waist, her hands go around your neck, and y'all fall in love. This is strictly reserved for PDA moments and couples only. And there's this moment where we're at baggage claim together where time just stops and I can feel the pressure of the moment. Like, okay, are we gonna hug? Are we gonna kiss? Are we gonna fall in love? Like, what's about to happen? You this way? Mm-hmm. You that way? Yep. Okay, bye. Bye. The front hug was secured, my guy. We are in there. I get home and I am telling everyone about this. My brother, my sister, all the ART members, not my parents because they think everyone's trying to kidnap me. Like, which would be impressive considering she's like, what, 130 pounds soaking wet? Every single person I told about her told me that I should go to Vegas and meet up with her. But I forgot to mention one thing. See, when I agreed to go to Vegas, I left out a crucial piece of information. I had to move to Austin, Texas the same week that Shorty was in Vegas. Her birthday literally overlaps me moving halfway across the country. I needed a plan, and I also needed not to get in trouble. So what I was thinking was, cue the James Bond music. I fly to Austin, right? Early, way before my moving day. I move some things in, clean some things out. Then from Austin, I go to Vegas for a weekend, party with Shorty, fall in love, have 4 D1 athletes. My parents never find out. I moved to my new place on time, and I bet an Instagram baddie. What could possibly go wrong? Everything went wrong. My saving account looked like a Coi Leray concert. Absolutely nothing was gonna be in there except my imagination. Like I said in part 2, I do not have MGM resort money to be spending. Keep in mind, the whole time this is going on, Shorty is in my phone getting friendly, like too friendly. She really wants me out there and the world is just collapsing around me. Because at the same time this was going on, the first down payment for the luxury apartment of 4 people was taken out of my bank account. You would think that losing an arm and a leg would be enough to make me give up, right? But this Shorty, this temptation is still calling my name. Got to see it through, my boy. I go on my laptop because I made up my mind that I'm apparently gonna go broke for this girl, which, don't be like me. As I go to pay for the room for a weekend, I'm talking so much big talk to this girl like, yeah, you said who not coming? You said who not gonna be there? Don't ever test my thuggery. I'm from Florida, jit. As I'm about to click purchase, and the smallest fine print ever, you must be 21 to book a suite at MGM Resorts. I tried to come up with so much plans to somehow finesse their rules, getting someone else to buy the room for me, faking my age, saying I lost my ID. Nothing was working. I get to the point where I know it's time to give up, but my pride is so wrapped up in all of this. I not only told everybody, but I also exhausted all of my options, and it would just ultimately cause too much problems with my moving process. So, unfortunately, I hit up Shorty. Her name's Kalia, by the way. Most of y'all already found her Instagram because y'all are some heathens, but I'm like, yo, it says I gotta be 21 and up to book this one. She's like, LMAO! Laughed right in my face. But she sent another message after that saying, maybe you could just come to the next trip because you'll be 21 by then and it'll be easier. Through all 3 parts of this series, I fumbled so many times and messed up countless opportunities where I should have succeeded. But if there is one thing this series taught me, it's that if you fall short 1,000 times, get up 1,001. At some point, it will be your time to shine. And for me, that's right now. Hey Siri, call Kalia.
Hello?
Yo, Kalia, it's Stanley.
Stanley! Oh my gosh, how are you?
I've been good. How you been?
I'm good. I miss you.
Hold on, you miss me?
Yeah, of course. Where do you stay?
I'm in Texas right now, but like, I mean, I can always follow you out.
Fly me out.
Okay, I'm gonna call you back. I gotta handle something. I'll call you back.
Okay, fine.
All right, bye. Hey, cut that. Look. I'm not gonna fly her out. I can fly her out technically. Okay, yeah. If this video gets 75,000 likes, right? Not only will I fly her out, I'll take her on a date, right? But that's only if you guys get this video to 75K likes. So with that being said, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this series, honestly. Part 1, part 2, part 3. I'm sorry. I know it took a long time to get out, but I really just wanted to make sure I ended the series right for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But there literally could have been a better ending than that. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram and make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all down below. With that being said, it's a wrap. Yeah, I don't know if I can actually handle flying a person out, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Fade to black. YouTube is crazy. We're the only ones here, all alone, in this big. And as I'm thinking this, I can feel my body leaning in. Before I can even comprehend what's going on, I close my eyes and... Do any of y'all have girlfriends? No, not a girlfriend. Girls who are your best friends. Cause if not, y'all are missing out, and let me explain why. Very few things vibe harder than chilling with a shorty on some calm stuff. I can't stargaze with my homies, like late night calls, going on dates, trying to pick different places to eat at with someone who loves food as much as you. It's a whole vibe. For example, I like going on quote unquote dates. You don't have to be dating someone to go on a date. I find them fun and entertaining. Hanging out with a girl who is your friend just to get something from her at the end ain't really my style, and here's why. Number 1, my parents raised me better than that, okay? Either your parents give you good morals or you teach yourself some. Number 2, I value other people's time and emotions, and a lot of other people aren't like that. But most importantly, number 3, I value my time. If you're hanging out with a girl, right, and at the end you expected something and you didn't get it, not only do you get a full ride scholarship to clown college, you also just wasted your time, which is your most valuable asset on earth. That's why I go for the activity. If we're going to watch My Hero Academia Tale of Two Heroes in 3D while stuffing our face with popcorn, then that's what I'm there for. Let me tell y'all a story. I went over to my girl, friend's houses. We're gonna call her Juliet. And Juliet's house is huge. I'm talking, you gotta drive 2 minutes into her driveway huge. She has a full movie theater in her basement with rows of seats. Like, how are you this rich? The movie theater is through a soundproof door, and on the other side of the door is a game room. We go into her basement, and before we start watching a movie, she's like, I gotta go change because I just came from school. Help yourself to whatever's in the fridge while you wait. Say less. I go over to her fridge. I get like 4 Capri Suns. I am chilling. This is why I loved having white friends growing up, because they were always mad rich. I head into her theater, and there's like this huge space between the theater screen and where the row starts, and she has a bunch of beanbags around the bottom of the theater. So I get an idea. How many times do you get to lay in a movie theater? Exactly. I get all of the beanbags together. I set up a pile for her to lay on. Then I set up a pile for me to lay on. I'm lit. This is a vibe. I get to chillin' on my beanbag bed, minding my business, waiting for Shorty to come back. Then I hear the door open, and when I look to see who opened it, I see Juliet, and she's wearing a white t-shirt that's way too big for her, but also not big enough. All the girls know exactly what shirt I'm talking about. That shirt that like stops at your thighs, and she has like 2 trays of just foods and drinks and snacks and candy. She comes down the steps of the theater and sees the 2 piles I made and is like, why are the beanbags spread apart like that? Put them together, that way we can be closer and share this food. Say less. So we Pangea the beanbags together, and as the movie is just going on, we're just vibing. We were watching Spirited Away. It was a great time. Alone in a movie theater, watching anime with a shorty. And that's why having a couple of girlfriends are cool to have, because what I described to you was a moment that's not as vibe-y with another dude or by yourself. Not that there's anything wrong with watching movies by yourself, but you get what I'm saying. Now, let me explain to you where most guys mess up at. As I was watching the movie, I take a look over at Juliet, and I don't know if it was the 4 Capri Suns talking, or if it was the mood of it all, or if it was the light softly reflecting off of her skin, but something in me told me, you should kiss her. But Stanley, I thought you said hanging out with a girl just to get something from her ain't really your style. It's not like I'm immune to realizing my friend is attractive. Like, that baggy t-shirt wasn't doing a good job at covering anything. Also, to add insult to injury, here's something I also forgot to mention. Y'all ever watch a movie at home with jeans on? Yeah, me neither, because I'm watching the movie with no pants on at all in her house. I don't even know if this is something I should be admitting. But when I came over, I had pants on, and when she brought the food to me, she also brought blankets. So while I was watching the movie, I got hot and something had to go. It was either between my shirt or my pants. I had to choose one. I couldn't save both. So I sacrificed my pants. I didn't know what to do. So now I'm in here double caked up with 50% of my clothes off. She also has 50% of her clothes off. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not in my element right now. I just keep side glancing at her, and then she would side glance at me, then we will both go back to the movie. Happens like twice. I'm like, alright, if I'm gonna kiss her, then do it. Do it now, and whatever happens, happens. No, Stanley, you can't. You gotta value your friendships. Bro, she's basically dressing up like a steak with Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce on her. A lion has to eat. I don't even know what he's talking about. Listen to me. Put your pants back on, watch the movie, and relax. Yeah, let me skip you guys the suspense. The good angel in me lost. So I'm looking at her and she looks amazing. Then I look at her baggy t-shirt not doing its job, and that looks equally as amazing. Then I remember we're the only ones here, all alone in this big house. So at that point, a part of me genuinely believes she set all of this up. Cause like, how is this all coincidental? Like, what would you do in this specific situation? If you were in my shoes, would you spit game or would you keep eating mozzarella sticks? Exactly, you would spit game. So I just start thinking to myself, Stanley, are you and Juliet really about to kiss? And as I'm thinking this, I can feel my body leaning in. Before I can even comprehend what's going on, I close my eyes and we kissed. Psych! Y'all know I'm not that bold. What really happened is I hear this loud sound from Spirited Away. I think it was the part where Haku fell from the ceiling, but it immediately forced my eyes to open. I thought God just struck me with lightning for trying to spit game or something. So it made all of my common sense kick in, and I'm like, wait, what am I doing? This isn't some random shorty, this is Juliet. You don't want to kiss Juliet. I get myself together, eat like 3 more mozzarella sticks, and completely disregarded the thought of ever trying to pull a move on Juliet ever again. We finished the movie. It's like 11 p.m. The rest of the night went amazing. She takes me home and drops me off, and till this day, she is a very cool friend of mine that I can still just vibe with. After going to the same school for a while, all the girls kind of start looking the same. They talk the same, they smell the same. Like, I know that fragrance, Courtney, you're not special. Shorties throw on Japanese cherry blossom, warm vanilla, and 1,000 wishes thinking they stand out. Nah, you blend in. And when I was in elementary or middle school, there was only 2 ways you could get a 2K roster update with Hall of Fame playmakers. And that was when new students joined the class or going on field trips. Coming off the bus and seeing other schools in the same place back in the day meant 2 things. You're either beefing with the other school like you're gang banging for your classmates, or you're checking out how you could possibly bag one of the other school's baddies. The field trip was at a Holocaust museum, which, you know, I think we can all agree may not be the most romantic place in the world, but no weapon formed against me shall prosper, bro. I was shooting my shot regardless. Did the shots go in? Absolutely not. I averaged 33 side stares, 2 awkward eye contacts, and 1 bless you after she sneezed on a poster of Germany, which was kind of symbolic. But believe it or not, my first real interaction with a girl happened during a field trip years ago. It was the one time where I wasn't as shy as I typically am. And I'm not very shy, but I am one self-conscious nigga because I don't like when people talk to me for no reason. I find it quite uncomfortable. So due to that, I don't talk to others because I don't want them to go through what I go through. But during the field trip, I don't know if I had a sign on my back saying talk to the big black giant for a free watermelon because more people were talking to me than paying attention to the field trip. And I have a suspicious little hunch that it was because we were in the African American Museum. And as one of the 4 black people that make up the Virginia population, I think they thought I had something to say. But being young and stupid, that Caucasian validation put a battery in my back and gave me the confidence to talk to this gorgeous young lady I'ma call Kangaroo. Not because she had thick thighs or wanted to kick it, but because she had some big feet only a mother could love. Regardless of her feet size, I'm still afraid to approach her because in reality, I didn't recognize this girl. But then a quote came to my head. A wise man once said, the worst she can say is no. And although he may be a wise man, he is penny wise with the biddies, because that was some of the most clown shit he could have ever said. I have seen a girl yell ew at one of my pictures before as I'm sitting right next to her. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Girls do not care. So even with that battery in my back, I'm still hesitant until I start realizing that even if I fumbled this girl, we will literally never ever meet each other or see each other again. So the whole field trip, I'm missing out on the actual learning portion and just following this girl around the room with my eyes like the Mona Lisa paint. She goes upstairs to this blue architecture type of bench and it's only her up there from what I can see. My teacher shortly after tells us that we can free roam the building now if we wanted to, but we have to meet up in a certain spot for boarding the bus home. Cool. I head upstairs and I see her on the bench and I see some random dude in the far corner of the room, and that's perfect for me. See, I don't like embarrassment, so if she's gonna reject me and only one person sees it, even if he tells people, I can lie my way out of that. So I went over there and I started chatting her up, and she had the smoothest voice I've ever heard at that age. I started floating like when Drake smells pie. She had a great personality and was great to hang out with. She was the first girl that was easy to talk to because she genuinely felt like one of the bros, but like pause on that because it kind of sounds sus, but you know what I mean. And as the field trip is ending, everything is going a little too perfect. As we're about to exit this building, things get kind of tense. The world slows down and for about 30 seconds, it felt like it was only me and her on this planet. I'm not even joking. She looks at me up and down and tells me, you know, you're actually really cool. Yeah, you're cool too, I guess. What? Stanley, shut up. Let me get your number though. I kind of want to text you. Huh? And I froze. Block of ice, no movement at all because I didn't have a phone at that time. Yup, so all of that work was for nothing. I didn't get her number, she went on a different bus, and I missed my opportunity on that field trip. But what I did get was a dope story and some good memories. So basically, don't be afraid to make a memory. Life goes by fast, but the good times last forever if you take the chance to make them. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hey, and look, this time, technically, I didn't fumble. I was just poor. So yeah, with that being said, it's a wrap. Fade to black. If you've never indirectly kissed someone, I don't feel like you took the proper steps to becoming a good human. It's like a rite of passage. My first indirect kiss happened in like what, the 9th grade? And I know for a fact that was what was supposed to happen. It's like the baby steps of kissing. Everybody knows about first base, second base, and third base, right? Well, indirect kissing is like getting to walk to first base. And for guys like me, it's way easier to ask, hey, you gonna drink that? Instead of asking, hey, you gonna kiss me? Like, it's not even close. And also, for anyone who thinks they're in the friend zone, I'm not gonna lie, if you get an indirect kiss, you might not be. I don't know a single girl that's letting random niggas deep throat her hydro flask if she likes them, because not only would that add a whole new meaning to being thirsty, but that's also just dirty. However, on the opposite end of that, you could meet a girl like my friend Christy, short, white, blonde girl, blue eyes, and she was one of my earlier crushes, which is kind of crazy to say considering that this video is dropping in the middle of Black History Month. Malcolm, Martin, forgive me. But during that time in my life where we were flirting at one another, she was doing that thing where I can tell that she likes me, but I can't tell if she likes me. You know what I mean? Like, we never did the middle school, high school date stuff. Like, we never walked around any malls together. We never went to the movies together. We never went roller skating, you know, drop like that. But with this indirect kissing thing, we can get straight to the point, because if she's feeling me, she likes me a lot, she's not gonna care that there's a little bit of spit on her water bottle. Well, hold on, spit is crazy, I'm not gonna lie. But lips, if she lets you put the lips on her water, her sandwich, y'all could be eating and she let you eat it off her spoon, oh yeah, then that means you're in there. So even with me knowing this, it was never my goal to force an indirect kiss moment. If it happens, it happens. Like, I'll never intentionally leave my water bottle at home, but if I do, then it's like, hey, let me get a sip. I'll never ask for a bite of food, but if she's like, Stanley, try this, and she's like handing her spoon to me, then I'ma eat it, nigga. Nigga, eater, he ate it for lunch. Bama, Betty, I get what I want. Like, hey, yo, hey, what you got, bro? What you got going on? Sorry, my bad. But I will admit, when Co-op 19 was running around putting more niggas on lockdown than the judicial court, and we weren't allowed to touch each other, I understand how indirect kissing can now be a lost art form. But before we started mixing ramen noodles with the cast of Twilight in 2019, I was cooking in 2015 because I was in class every day making Christy smile. Had me looking like a chef serving chicken wrist Fredo. I never had perfect attendance before, but I was going to school sick for her, both metaphorically and physically, to the point where I would show up and sometimes she wouldn't be there. So now I'm in school, you know, like wasting my time, obviously, hoping that shorty was just late or missed the bus and she was on her way or something, because I had 2 out of 4 classes with her every day. So when she's not around, it felt wrong. It felt like something was missing. That's how close we were for real. But the thing is, out of all the classes we had together, one thing we never had together was lunch. And lunch is the breeding ground of indirect kissing. You got bottles in there, spoons, forks, snacks. The only thing that you can indirect kiss in a classroom is that random stick of car mats that's been sitting in the bottom of your backpack. At least that's what I thought, until Christy pulls out this little baggie full of trail mix. And I'll be the first to let you know, trail mix is disgusting. Not only does it taste awful, but me personally, if I wanted an assortment of nuts to touch my mouth, I would have just went to college. They be doing that for free. But day after day, Christy would keep purchasing this nut ass bag of trail mix and bringing it to class. So I start joking on her about it and told her that she got to start bringing some real snacks, Oreos, Skittles, Goldfish, etc. You know, the snacks that actually make people happy in life. And you know, she kind of just like blows me off, makes a statement about how she thinks girls just naturally like trail mix more than guys, which is even more ironic considering the contents in the bag. Like, jokes really write themselves, bro. I'm not even trying anymore. But a couple days later, we're in the same class again, and I don't know if her family went grocery shopping. I don't know if she went shopping herself or if she put all that practice from eating trail mix to good use, but she came back with all 3 of the snacks that I had listed. So I'm like, yo, what? Why would you even bring that much food? There's no way you're eating all of that before school ends. Then she goes, because this is for us. Wait, you're serious? Yep, come on, have some. So here I go, stuffing my face like it's the first time I've ever seen food before. I'm eating all these dry snacks with no drink in sight. All of a sudden, I start feeling less air in my system. Like, okay, this is weird. I go to swallow the rest of the food so I can breathe, but like my mouth won't let me because I have a freaking chunk of Oreo stuck in my dry ass throat. Ha, I bet you wish you had practice with those nuts now. Not the time. So now I'm in class at my desk, silently choking, trying to clear out this double stuffed throat, but it's not coming up. And the more coughing I do, the longer it's taking. And the longer it's taking, the more that pure panic and fear starts to enter my body. Nigga, I'm about to die to an Oreo. This is not the black on black crime that I thought was gonna get me. I go to my bag and obviously I don't have a water bottle, bro. I'm black. I look at Christy and she is uvula deep into this enormous water bottle. I almost got jealous. I look at her and my eyes are begging for help, but she doesn't understand that I'm about to pass out because I can't breathe, and she's not understanding my sign language of hand me the freaking water bottle. And after, I don't know, my soul leaves my body, she finally caught the hint, so she offers me her bottle of water. And with the absolute last piece of consciousness my body has left, I also go uvula deep on that freaking water bottle. And as I'm sitting there dragging my soul back into my body, it dawns upon me that I just had my first indirect kiss. But what sucks is I don't know if she gave it to me because she likes me or if she just didn't want my death to be on her subconscious. But I do have her number though, so maybe. Nah. But if you enjoyed hearing me talk about embarrassing myself in front of girls at school, then I promise that you would love this video right here, because somehow this is a common theme in my life. But with this video right here, it's even worse because my crush actually wanted me, but I absolutely ruined my chances with her because I was stupid. With that being said though, it's a wrap. Fade to black. While I'm on the toilet creating the most diabolical substance known to man, I'm thinking of a plan, a way that I can get shorty to love me as her man. Hold on, one note got me 5 different girls, and as unlikely as this seems, by the end of the story, I'll tell you guys exactly what was in the note, and you can try it for yourself because this is literally what worked for me. Now, understand, I don't see myself as a risk taker, okay? I mean, yeah, I did move halfway across the planet to follow my dreams with 0 college education or real life education, and yes, I did live in a YouTube house full of people I met on the internet and not in person, and yes, I bought my first apartment a year later without ever touring it in the first place and was stuck there with it for the whole next year. But understand, I'm not a risk taker. I'm just stupid. I literally make more uneducated decisions than God makes funny fat people or attractive short niggas. Like, I had to be nerfed somehow. And this is it. Like, you can't be overweight and not funny, and you can't be short and not attractive. The universe gotta balance itself out. And for me, the universe was like, here nigga, take this extreme overthinking, low belief in yourself, and maximum stupidity. So now the reason I'm even bringing this up in the first place is so that you guys can truly understand who I was and why I did the things that I did, okay? If there was any competition for a girl, I wouldn't try to get her. If there was a girl and she was looking at me, I wouldn't try to approach her. If Gwen Stacy herself came out of Spider-Man and wrapped me in a web, pulled me towards her into the New York City skyline and tried to kiss me, I would think she's looking for Miles Morales. I mean, we do kind of look alike, but that's besides the point. The point I'm trying to tell y'all is I had no belief in a shorty taking interest in me back in the days. But also, here's another thing. I'm good at doing things that I don't want to do. So even though most of the time I won't approach a girl, if the right shorty comes along in the right situation, I'm at least gonna put myself in a position to attempt a shot, okay? And that's when she came to our school. New student, and I was one of the absolute first people she ever met in this school. How? Luck. Like literally luck. So boom, I'm in class, right? Them breakfast mozzarella sticks, Smucker's PB&J sandwiches, and strawberry milk start doing somersaults in my stomach. Oh my, it looked like an AMP slam ball video inside of my stomach, guts bouncing off the walls. I was dying. So I asked the teacher if I can go and use the bathroom. Teacher says yeah. So I go and I grab this huge crayon that we had to take with us if we wanted to go use the bathroom. It was the bathroom pass, but that shit looks so stupid, bro. It was like 3 feet tall. I'm pretty sure no one ever washed it, and it smelled like the room of a kid who just hit puberty. And I'm walking down the hallway with it like a cane because I can barely stand up straight the way my stomach was in there twerking. So as I'm walking down the hall, 3 girls turn around the corner. A counselor, Mrs. Jill, a student, we'll just call her Ashley, and a girl that I did not no. And it wasn't even about what she was wearing, because obviously we're in school, so dress code, you know? She was like a brown skin Indian type of vibe, but it's more about how she looked while wearing what she was wearing. Like any shorty can put on a crop top, mini skirt, and some heels to look good, but looking good in a volleyball team t-shirt and some regular jeans, that's a talent. Shorties is not doing that anymore. Now, at the time that they're approaching me, I can already see in Mrs. Jill's face, she's about to be on some nonsense because they're on a school tour right now. I felt like she was trying to show the new student that they enforced the rules or something. So she stops me in the hallway and is like, Stanley, do you have a hall pass? Oh, shoot, Miss Jill, my fault. Let me put this big crayon down that says hall pass on it and check my backpack. Are you blind? This is the hall pass right here. Stop trying me. And I know she's seen it too, but anyways, afterwards, she introduces me to the new student and she's like, Stanley, this is Lauren. Hi, it's nice to meet you. Okay, Miss Jill, I see you trying to throw the lob. You feel me? You making up for that hall pass thing earlier. I'm not gonna lie, I appreciate that. But this isn't the right time. I got a 3-foot crayon in my hand. My stomach is feeling like 30-time gold medal Olympian Simone Biles, and there's people walking. So I just say hi, panic a little bit on the inside, and head towards the bathroom. And while I'm on the toilet, creating the most diabolical substance known to man, I'm thinking of a plan, a way that I can get shorty to love me as her man. Hold on, I'm sorry. Back to the story. In my mind, I was thinking that I had a strategic advantage over any other prospect because she met me first, but that alone wasn't enough for me to go and ask her out or to even build a friendship with her. I needed an opportunity to find some way to initiate a conversation. So going throughout the school day, I'm just thinking, but no ideas are coming to my mind about how to handle this situation or even starting a conversation. And before I knew it, a week goes by. A whole week goes by and I have done nothing but look at her. But understand, here's why that wasn't an L though. Like, listen, throughout the week, I had learned that me and her had the same English class, right? And in that class, the desks have like little cubbies or drawers or whatever you call it to hold the books. That way the school doesn't have to worry about kids losing books at home. They just keep it in the class. Do y'all see where I'm going with this? Not only did she